just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. No, we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. Hot ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
First carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Again, it's Harris on second down. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had to tackle. Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the first round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can pull the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Watson off play action. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarter. Regroup here with a big third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point by York. He is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Snell on 3rd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. They run straight ahead with Snell. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Snell going to try the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Trubisky to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time when we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson going to look to tuck and run. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. Chubb will get the call, running left. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
From the 29, Trubisky, completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now a give here to Snell. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky, he finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a pretty play there and coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On the handoff, it's Snell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Touchdown! George Pickens, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 73 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well. Here's Watson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Here's Watson. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. Watson to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're... And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's Trubisky and the Steelers. Down 17-14, a little over a minute to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the... Stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Trubisky. He's got this to Pickens. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to potentially send us to overtime. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. Cleveland offense making their way out. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably third down, kick the field.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to turn it around next week.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Philly, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pin at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't.
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Trubisky going to look to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way, the number of injuries they've had already.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
The boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The Steelers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We got 4. Check 26. Check 26.
This is Harris on the draw, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense. Really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, 2nd overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball again on second down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone, probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing, Wilson, hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
That's the down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Jets now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On second down, a run with Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Hall on a give up the middle. Down to the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Trubisky will throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Watch twins. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Open man here is Conklin. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. 1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers at their own 23. Now it's Trubisky. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They run again with Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on a deep ball.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
There's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to connect with Barrios. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Pickett back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Pickett to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Steelers, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will be at home